We got some new cards, a collaboration with everyone's favorite footwear brand, and this is how you say it. It is Nike. Sorry, you won't. If you're on YouTube, you won't know what the hell I'm talking about. Anyway, there's some new cards and stuff, and support announced for Tellarknight, Consular, and X-Saber. Why is this relevant? Tellarknight is a deck that was released at the same time as Burning Abyss. Now, I know it's Terminal World, and Burning Abyss isn't part of Dual Terminal, but if you think about it, it's right around the corner. The BA cards are coming. And I know you're probably thinking, Farfa, BA just got support. They got Buio and Luce. Listen, those are technically not BA cards. Technically. I'm looking for a new Battle Branch. I'm looking for a new boss monster. Beatrice 2, Dante 2. Inshallah. Anyway, let's get into these new cards here. We've got... It's the end of your Thief's days with Apocris. It's the 4 horsemen of the generic end board. Apo, Savage, Barra, and Mask. Alright, Apocris. A continuous spell. You can activate a card with the same walls per turn. When this card resolves, you can place C counters. What does the C stand for? Is it the same guy from Maxi? From contacting the C? Approaching the C? Is it the same guy? Is it? I don't know. Equals the number of cards your opponent controls. So, I guess if they technically have every zone filled up, you could potentially add 11 counters. And it's not once per turn, so you can remove, like, counters twice, depending on how many cards they control, I believe. You can target one face-up monster your opponent controls and remove up to 4 counters from your field. Apply this effect to that monster based on number removed. Okay, so... if your opponent has a bunch of monsters on the field, let's say they have like 2 back row and like 4 guys, you get like 6 counters. Pretty much. Alright. So, the idea behind this card is that it's a go second tool that allows you to contest boards. Here's the problem with modern Yu-Gi-Oh! That once again we're going to talk about really quickly and briefly. It's going to be its own video, trust me, so I can shut up and stop talking about it every single time we do card reveals. This is like not really that bad in isolation, right? It sounds like a decent card that you get a pop and a negate, potentially, if your opponent has 7 cards. That's pretty decent going second. But it really just comes down to, this is just a worse version of every other card in the game. Right? It's just worse than Droplet, than Gamma Seal, or any Kaiju, Raigeki. So, if only there was some sort of environment, some sort of a format, where new cards like this would be good and impactful and relevant. If only there was a way they could do that. Will Konami ever do it? Maybe in like 10 years. It's worse than World Chalice 10 years ago. Okay, relax. Okay, but I really do like the idea that it punishes like full commitment to the board. The problem is that these numbers are way too high. Like, I think Destroy should have just been like 2. And then like 3 counters should have been like, you can like target 2 cards. You know, it should have been way more powerful, pretty much. But, like, I like the card. It's a cool concept. I like the idea behind it. It's just, in execution, it's just not good enough. Which kind of falls under every single new card that we get, really, when it comes to staples and stuff. Alright. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why we've got so many medieval paintings and references today, but here is... Succumb to Black Magic with Miasma Necromancer. Miasma Necromancer. It is a link to point left and right dark spellcaster. 2 monsters, including a dark spellcaster, goes for a second once per turn. If this card is link summoned, you can add a level 5 or higher dark spellcaster from your grave to your hand. And if you can activate effects on cards with that name for the rest of the turn. Link summoned, add back level 5 or higher dark spellcaster from grave to hand. Pretty, okay, graveyard. Why not just deck? You can't activate the card. Like, what is it's supposed to be a Dark Magician card. Send a spell or trap from your hand to the hand or field to the grave. Cost. If either effect this effect resolves, you can normal summon. Like, I was just thinking about Diabell, honestly. Like, that's what I was... Like, the first thing that came to my mind was, like, add back Diabell. But, like, you can't activate the card. You know, it locks you out of the effect. Is this even good in Dark Magician? Like, what is the practical application of this in Dark Magician? Like, you have to... You can normal summon the Dark Magician, but you still need to tribute. It's not... It can't even, like, use itself. I mean, you can use itself as a tribute, but, like... It doesn't just let you get it out onto the field for free. Like, all this does is just 2 bodies, by the way. 2 bodies to make a guy that lets you tribute summon Dark Magician. Like, this is just painfully terrible. If anyone can think of a combo or a reason as to why this is relevant, maybe just needing a Link 2 Dark Spellcaster is important. The new Dark Magician girl changes name in the graveyard. So you can still use her. Normal summon Rod too. I mean, honestly, that might be the best application of this. Is that you can, like, normal summon another Rod. But I'm pretty sure that's probably once per turn. Very disappointing, man. You just look at, like, Blue Eyes and how it gets Spirit of Eyes of Blue, the Link 1. And then this thing is just, like, this is supposed to be, like, the Dark Magician Link. Like, come on, Konami. Stop being cowards. Just make meta Dark Magician support. The only use case in Magician Souls... the only use case, if Magician Soul sends Shining Sark, Dark Magician Girl, this card can add it back and special the DMG. It changes name on the field so you can activate the effect. Well, it doesn't special summon, it normal summons. Combo?
Sark, of course, coming down, getting the Dark Magician from Shining Sark, summoning out the Dark Magician from Shining Sark. Then we're going to be able to go into Dark Magician Destruction, get that Gaze of Timaeus, because we have already normal summoned, though we do have the additional one, but Rod is once per turn.
We have a British Dark Magician enjoyer.
Bomber and pass with the Gaze of Timaeus.
Okay, we didn't use the Link 2 here. Maybe we did earlier. Shining Sark combo, using the thing.
Adding back the new Dark Magician Girl, pitching that Soul Servant. So we're opening up and normaling the Rod, getting
like
Soul Servant, Souls is sending the...
No, Soul can just get Rod, and then you summon Rod, and then you do this.
Dark Magician Girl again, going into Miasma.
And then it ends on...
Gonna go into
a Topologic setup? You know, the funny thing is, like, this new, like, Dark Magician, like, fusion monster, for example, like, the Link 1 they got, essentially. Like, this is gonna be better in, like, non-Dark Magician decks, hilariously. Ah, well. Seems a bit convoluted to try and make this work. Okay, let's move on. Serzaboth Lemargia of the Ebon Iron. A rank 7 Dark Beast Exceed that requires 2+7s. Okay, interesting. Generic 7. Rank 7s have been a bit weak for a while. I can't really think of, like, a good go-to rank 7 that's generic, really. Like, Dark Arm Dragon Annihilation is, like, some pops. Big Eye Steel, you know? And, of course, Arise Heart, but, you know, that's a very specific card, and he's banned in TCG. So you can only use a third effect once per turn. Gain 700 for each material. Okay, so... 2 materials would be 14 plus 7, 21. 21? It's not really that strong, is it? Once per chain, when a normal or quick play is activated, quick effect, attach that card on the field to this card face up. And if you do, this card is unaffected by the activated effect. You can attach that card on the field to this card face up, and if you do, this card is unaffected by the activated effect. Right, okay, so I guess... theoretically, they activate, I don't know, Smashing Ground. You chain, you equip the Smashing Ground, and it's now unaffected by that card. Dark Hole, Raigeki, etc., etc. Okay. Interesting. During an end phase, you can set 1 spell attached to this card. It's kind of a neat card. But, like, what are you doing with this? Like, what is the practical application of this? It's like a weird pearly. Cute design, probably not good. This would go hard and sealed in drafting. Would it, though? I don't even know if it would go hard and sealed in drafting. Talents and Thrust. Yeah, so, like, activate, like, a good card. And then attach it to it. And then you can set it so that you can use it again next turn. That's kind of cool. Okay. Maybe it'll be played in, like, Regenesis, you know? You can use it for, like, recycling your generic spells and traps, I suppose. Oh. Terrible. Tao the Chanter. Level 2 Earth Illusion Tuner. Can't even think of an Illusion Tuner. Is this the first one? 9/6. You can only use the second effect of this name once per turn. If this battles, neither can be destroyed. If you take battle or effect damage, special level 3 or higher illusion from hand or grave. And if you took 2k or more damage, you can special summon it from the deck or extra instead. So, like, you're supposed to kind of just leave it on the field, and then you take some damage, or I guess you could, like, technically trigger it yourself, And then you can special summon any illusion from your deck if it's 2k or more. Millennium. I don't think millenniums are damage. I'm pretty sure those are costs, right? That's not the same thing. That's a lawyer game, but I'm pretty sure millenniums are activation costs. They're not damage. So that doesn't work. I don't know. This seems kind of... I don't really know what you're doing with this. Like, taking 2k damage while this is on the field is like, you're definitely just needing to trigger it yourself, right? You have to clearly, like, trigger this yourself. Because what? Your opponent's going to just, like, leave this on the field, hit something else for, like, a lot of damage, and then you get to... Like, why would they do that, right? Like, I don't know. Soul Charge triggers this? That is very funny, yes. Soul Charge would theoretically trigger this. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's like a combo with this. I'm not seeing it. It seems very like a sealed environment card. Now, this is a cool guy. Drydoldora, Tryheaded Behemoth. This is a card that is the father, I've confirmed it actually with the tests, of Twin-Headed Behemoth. So it's another guy here, you know. It's surprise dad. Level 4 Wind Dragon. You can lose the first effect once per turn. And you can lose the second effect once per duel. Now, fun fact, in old Yu-Gi-Oh! There were once per duels and once per card per duel effects. And Twin-Headed Behemoth was one of those. What the fuck does that even mean? So, imagine Zephyros. It says, like, it's once per duel. Now, if you were to theoretically get a second Zephyros in the graveyard, you could then use that one once per duel. Soft once per duel. Now, you can't actually do that with Zephyros, but that's kind of the theory based on the wording that you could technically do with Twin-Headed Behemoth. I don't know if it's been errataed, but that was like an actual thing. It was a soft once per duel. Wild, I know. So anyway, if a face-up card you control is destroyed by card effect even during the damage step, special this from your hand. That's it. Okay. If it's normal or a special to activate this effect during the end phase of this turn, special wind from your grave, but its attack and defense become 1,000. All right, cool. Listen, again, I'm not going to keep rattling on about it for too long, but if there was a sealed environment where things like this would be playable, this card would be incredible. Just a good little floating engine that brings back the behemoths. Like, I'm not even kidding. This seems like it would be cool in there. Might be good in the MST deck. The end phase of the special wind from your grave. The MST deck kind of plays on your opponent's turn, right? If I recall correctly. So summoning this on the opponent's turn or in your end phase and then letting it activate in the your opponent's turn could actually be good, yeah. Yeah, so you know it's a cool card. It's just it will never be played in a constructed meta deck. That's the reality. Chakravartin Sphinx, level 8 Earth Rock. Goes for a second effect once per turn. The battle position of a monster is changed. Banish the spell. Special this from your grave or hand. Set a Book of Tayu or Moon from deck. Ooh, that's a cool-ass card. The battle position of another monster, change target a card on the field and return it to the hand. I mean, this is not a bad card. I don't know, man. Now, I'm kind of getting the vibe that you want to use it as a combo piece more than, like, a defensive card. Like, I don't think you're going to be using this to, like, summon it, get a Book of Moon, and then pass or something. I think you're definitely going to want to, like, have a flip monster, set Tayo from your deck, activate Tayo, flipping up the guy that you set after you special this. You just kind of need to change the position already somehow in order to trigger this. This has potential to be super crazy. I don't think it's going to be, like, a realistic, like, combo piece. But this is a table 500 quintessential, like, bit that you can do, for sure. Like, there's absolutely dumb things you can do with this. I don't think it's going to be good, but you can probably do some really silly empty jar combos with this. No doubt. No doubt. All right, here's the Nike cards, I think. I think these are the collabs for Nike. Var Ref, the kick deity. Another reason why the Premier League is the best league in the world. It's VAR, okay. I'm trying to think, like, a VAR referee. So this card probably has an effect that involves, like, looking, right? Or revealing. There has to be, right? And then changing a decision or overturning. Maybe it negates, you know, overturning an effect. That sounds like some VAR shit, right? Farfa, yeah. Level 11 Earth Fiend. At 21, 8, you can use the effect of this card's name once per turn. When your opponent activates a monster effect on the field that targets a monster you control, or when your monster is targeted for an attack, quick effect, special this, and reveal a card in your hand, I told you, to the opponent, then applies effect to that opponent's monster based on the type of card revealed. This is so funny. It's like you're revealing a yellow or a red card to your opponent, but you get to choose which one you reveal because it's a monster spell trap. This is so on theme. Monster, you can change it to defense. Spell, its attack becomes doubled, and trap, banish it. It applies effect to that opponent's monster. Why would you ever want to reveal a monster in spell? Okay, monster's like not terrible because you can just put it to defense so it can't attack something. I don't know why you would ever want to double. Is this a mistranslation? Why would you double your opponent's attack? Because spell is green, so that green is good. Spell if you have U-Bell. This is like so Copen specific. This isn't a Knight card, it's a Corset card. Oh yeah, this is the Manchester United card. Well, trap being the actual negative one makes sense. I guess that's like the one. It's literal red card if you think about it, right? If you squint hard enough, a trap is red. You know? All right, so yeah, this is the official Barcelona paid off VAR referee. It's him, the kick deity. All right, that's very funny. Again, a card that would genuinely be really cool to play in sealed. Anyway, Trap of the Poisonous Scorpion. Is this a Knight card? Yeah, there it is. Nixie 1. Yeah, this doesn't even look like... Oh, this looks like an old school Knight too, actually. Yeah, all the BAMs where I live would be wearing this stuff. Trap of the Poisonous Scorpion. Normal trap. An opponent also declares an attack, destroy it, and then inflict 300 to your opponent. The fuck's the reference to that? It's a reference to the Shadow game from Chapter 8 of the original manga, The Poison Man, in which Yugi and the owner of the Junkie Scorpion fought to claim coins while avoiding a scorpion. The owner ultimately cheated and got shadow gamed. You know, I don't think people who wear Nike are gonna be wearing are gonna be scooping this card up because of Chapter 8 of the manga. Like, that's the most specific reference, like, of all time. Like, this is so specific. Yeah, I don't know. It's a genuinely cool card. It's a Power Crept Sakuretsu armor. So, you know, Konami, give us a freaking sealed environment already. Oh shit, there's more. Wait, okay, and equip. The equipment gains 300, it becomes wind. You see, guys, it's wind because wind is like, you know, motion and agility. So when you wear Nikes, you can move really fast. Right? So listen, head on over and pick up your new Nike Adidas Air Max 90s for $79.99. Size 9s available, blah, 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 blah. Okay, yeah, no, these cards are absolutely dreadful and unplayable, but really funny. And, you know, it is collab cards because it's wind because air. I think these are actually Air Maxes, by the way. Nike Air Max. Like, I'm pretty sure these are basically, it's like a certain model of them. They look really familiar, like this one. It kind of just looks like this, right? Like one of these ones? The classic ones, maybe? Anyway. Yep, okay, that's all the cards. So, leave a comment down below. Team Nike, or not Nike, or Adidas, or Adidas. This is definitely just going to be a cultural, like, war, to be honest. I say Adidas and Nike, because that's where I grew up. I'm sure other people have different pronunciations, but some people say Adidas. So, yeah, all right, leave a comment down below. See you guys for the next card review, where hopefully Konami announces a format in which we can play bad cards or mid cards that aren't going to be meta-constructed relevant archetypes, etc. See ya!